African continent, everybody can appreciate and understand why it would be important in developing economies for to have processing and manufacturing hubs, revenue, et cetera, et cetera. The list is endless. One of the challenges we've had on the continent, however, is the policy environment and framework and the collaboration. How do you see the changes potentially in that context in order for us to do better when it comes to manufacturing and processing hubs? We produce a lot of raw materials, not so great at processing and manufacturing.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, just to thank Saudi Arabian government and the whole team for such a fantastic arrangement. And we came here last year, and this year it looks even much better. So thank you very much. One thing I want to say is that it's only a mind that doesn't think straight that would want to do the same things and expect a different results. I think that where we are coming from, I think we have so much worked in silos that it hasn't worked for us, especially in Africa. So I think that here now comes an opportunity when the world is going to look for critical minerals, and the whole world is talking about shortages. So it means that in our countries, like in the Zambian jurisdiction, in the 2 years that we've been in government, we've already shown that declaration of intent that we need collaboration. Already we've signed an agreement with the DRC, our neighbors, because DRC and Zambia share a very, long, a border, and as such, as a country, we have said it's only when you collaborate. Because if we work in silos, this one is shooting this way, this one is shooting the other way, I think that we are not going to see more benefit. So it is important that we begin to collaborate as countries, we begin to work together as countries, and look at the resource base that we have as countries. One thing I'll say is that really there's been so much emphasis on the fact that we can no longer continue to export raw materials. Zambia has been mining, for example, since the 1900s, and we just end at copper cathodes and begin to export those things. And when you look at our sales, we are endowed with basically all the critical minerals that you can talk about. Yeah. We have lithium, we have copper, we have manganese, we have graphite, we have basically all of them. But when you look at our country, I think that we haven't seen the benefit that we must see as a country endowed with those minerals. When you look at the geography of Zambia, you cannot go to any area without going through another country. And that's why historically Zambia has fought that the whole region has peace, which Zambia has enjoyed for quite a long time. So that even as we collaborate, we are friends in those collaborations so that we can maximize benefits. So even in terms of policy, if I make policies myself that would disadvantage my neighbor, then that is not going to help matters at all. And that's why, like regional groupings, SADC and African Union, we all sit together so that we make sure that countries can come together and maximize the benefit of this resource. When you look at Africa, you talk about a continent that is well endowed, but when you go around countries, you find that we have a lot of impoverished people, and this must come to an end. How does it come to an end? Is through collaboration, working together. And I want again to applaud Saudi Arabia for such a platform, because I think that we've been all shooting. This one is shooting this way, this one is shooting that way, and it's time to come together. It's time to collaborate and look at how we can even harness the various, even routes that we have. For example, like I said, Zambia cannot go or export anything unless it goes through its neighbors. And that is critical. So for you to really look at the benefit in terms of collaboration is when you speak to countries, is when we accept an invitation like this one to come to Saudi Arabia and then discuss and look at how we can harness all these resources together and then move forward. But I also want to emphasize the point of looking at the human resource that Africa has. We must take advantage of that and use it to help us in terms of, benefiting from our resources. We need mutually beneficial partnerships. I think that we have had a history of having a slave-master relationship in terms of investment. So as Zambia, we are calling for partnerships that are mutually beneficial, that are mutually respectful, and also we need affordable capital for Africa. I think Africa has been exposed to a lot of expensive capital. So we need affordable capital. Then we need new technology in Africa. I think that will also help. As I talked about the vast human resource that Africa has, we need even technology that is also affordable, by the way, because technology can be expensive, people maybe deliberately so. So we need those three things. I think that has been the challenge of Africa as we collaborate. Thank you.